Hey fam. Again, it's bedtime for puppies. I gotta start making more of those fucking pills. Those pills are critical. Um, can I go back to the aviary? Yeah, let's so we're gonna make do two of these. We didn't get the fucking. I don't care about the Matsutake. These suck. Okay, I got one club head, which is okay. It's okay. It's not great. We're gonna go across the rim. I mean, I already have another stabilizer, so I'm not too worried there. We gotta eat an Emphas, come on. Running out of bills, though. I mean, not really, but like... I had 400... I had like over 400... I was like 460, I think, when I came back to this game. So now it's kind of it's kind of an issue. Not a big issue, but it... Ooh, okay. Will germinate. There we go. Do I do a data thing? Oh, sorry. Let me add them. Now let's cross. It sounded like it was really important to do this as soon as possible, so we should probably do that. Oh. Oh, +1. Yeah, let's use this one then. Oh, it's literally like, nah. Okay, bypass. It's getting rather close. Alright, we got one flux data. How much more is there? 2. Where is the other one? Across the greenway? Cause I need... Hold on. I need like 3, right? Yeah, I only got 1 there. Let's help the dust house. We like the dust. We like the dust. Yeah, preservation. Hell yeah. We take care of that steep silk. Love the steep silk. Aki. You and Aki stand side by side at the viewing window in silence. The dust swirls and you glimpse the twisted root systems of the steppe silk through the ochre haze. After all these cycles, you feel a strange connection to a world on which you have never set foot. Aki shifts from foot to foot. She seems restless, eager to speak, but unsure of what to say. We did it. Aki smiles at you warmly. We did. She pauses and turns back to the window. What is the value of all this? She asks suddenly. Of preserving a world we have left behind. History, heritage, conservation. History. Aki is silent for a moment. But history is dead. It is a dead thing. These plants, these ecosystems, they still live. They are no more history than you or I. She pauses. As long as we keep living, we are more than just history. Aki paces away, lost in thought. I'm grateful to you for helping protect the dust houses, for ensuring their slide into decay is delayed, even averted. But now I find myself at an impasse. Oh? The stability of the dust houses changes things. It makes me aware of how blinkered we have been. Aki stops to look at you, her posture somehow different. If the ecosystems of steppe, if its people, cannot grow to meet the future, why preserve it? She frowns. Are we just slaves to the preservation of what came before? Hold on. Cannot grow to meet the future. Why preserve it? You can change. Aki comes close, holds your hands in hers. We must change. We must change to live. She smiles. I have seen that in you. The steppe, these people, the ship, should serve more than heritage, than history. They should serve the future. She takes a breath. There are those in the flotilla that need clothes, that need food. We can benefit from the gifts of the steppe's ecosystem. I want you to invite them. Can you do that for me? How? I know that Soul sent you, she smiles. You can tell him Aki, Captain of the Wind's long shadow, invites all the people of the flotilla to come. She's the captain. Captain? She smiles. You never asked. Aki steps away. You want to know about the flux, no? About its purposes? You want to know about the flux, no? About its purposes? Its origins? She smiles. You wish to protect your home as we could not. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. It's an exotic wave of sorts, an energy that passes through matter. It shifts the very charged particles which run through our electrical systems. It is possible to shield against it, as you would radiation, as we have done with the dust houses, but only while it is weak. The flux event here was much like the first ones we felt on Ember Steppe, localized, destructive, but bearable. But in time, its strength grew. I don't know if it will be the same here, but she pauses. It is coming from the center of the system, from the close orbit of Helion star, H1. That is all we could uncover. She's silent for a moment, not sure of what to add. And it has something to do with those like hyperspace material, those hyperspace fucking sender things. I'm sorry I cannot offer more, but you are always welcome on this ship, she smiles. I hope I'll see you when the others come. She squeezes both of your hands. I hope this ship, these dust houses, can be more than a museum. I hope they can be a home. With this, she turns and leaves. You feel the word home resonate within you like a struck bell. Okay. Oh shit. Soul. Well, why don't we talk to Soul now? When you arrive at the bridge of the Pilgrim's Seed, Soul is waiting for you. You wouldn't believe the messages that have come through in the past few cycles, Sleeper. He smiles. The ship from Steppe has sent a goodwill gesture. A whole cache of supplies from their own farms, he smiles. I'm not sure how we'll use them, but the gesture is a welcome one. Song, meanwhile, are apparently accepting supplies again, although a little reticently, if I may say so. Soul smiles. I don't expect them to change anytime soon, it should be said. But what I'm wondering, Sleeper, what part you had in all of this? Soul eyes you, waiting for an answer. I helped where I could. I've come to expect that of you, Sleeper. He smiles. You look at Soul, his eyes bright and eager, and wondering what he sees in you. Are you a tool to be used, or an ally? It can be hard to tell. I want to show you something. Soul squeezed your shoulder, turning you to face the lift. He leads you along the axis of the ship, towards the engines, the clanking of his suit accompanied by the constant hammering, welding that fills the echoey bulkheads of the Pilgrim Seed at all hours. With the cordon lifted and shuttles able to go out to salvage scrap and barter for supplies, the ship has become a place of transformation, moving towards some state yet to be revealed to you. You look at Soul. What is his plan here? What is he preparing the Pilgrim Seed for? Or are his sharp eyes simply focused on making it through the next cycle? Suddenly, Soul stops in front of a huge bulkhead door, like the seal on the front of a dry dock hangar. He signals to someone in a cabin high up, attached to the walls. Sorry, oh my god, I can't read. He signals to someone in a cabin high up, attached to the wall. And they begin the process of opening it up. The Pilgrim Seed was built as a short-range freight carrier, you know? The amber warning lights on the bulkhead door send spinning shadows across Soul's face. We built it to ship the entire harvest from thousands of farms to the silos at Passero. And that's the capital of there, the Heart's moon. When we realized we need to leave, it was the biggest ship we could muster, Soul raps on a metal plate, and somehow she's carried us all the way out here. You led the evacuation? Me? Not even close. I was a farmer. Had a whole load of land and people to run it. And my people helped convert this place for the long trip. He looks at his feet. Others led, or organized the evacuation and debated the plan. So he is actually a farmer. He wasn't even Department of... Oh, probably because being a farmer on a moon that was being terraformed is a big fucking deal within like that country. I mean, like, there's only not random, but like there's not everyone from the moon was able to come on the ship to the eye. So he must have been like the most high up person. He was the leader because he owned the farm. He was the farmer. Even though it sounds like, I mean, I don't want to sound like, say like farmer sounds like a low level, like kind of person, like not person, but like work, like a low level-ish job. His is actually really high up there when you're terraforming a fucking land. Yours is kind of critical. And it's not just like a farmer, you know, in the middle of like the Midwest, you know, working some land. It's very scientific. Like, I mean, not that working a farm in this day and age isn't scientific, but you know, making sure that all the processes are in place, that the ecosystem is thriving and everything like that. It's critical that the farm stays operational. So I guess, you know, there was no other higher person than him, so he became the leader when they all flew here. What happened? Not one of those folks made it. Soul rubs his forehead. We were out in the black a long time before we got here, Sleeper. Things happen. The upshot is I was chosen to take over. I guess my crew trusted me, and I knew the ship. I argued, reminded them I'm no leader, and that I'm sick, but, well, when service chooses you. A loud klaxon sounds, indicating the bulkhead doors are ready to open. They groan as they slide back, the metal squeals echoing through the vast ship, bouncing off its hard-plated walls. At first all you see is darkness, then the lights go on, in huge strips that stretch back and back as far as you can see. The space in front of you, a vast bay, bigger than any you have ever seen, is empty. When we left Hearth, we didn't have the time or resources to convert the entire ship. Sol begins leading you into the massive space. So much of the freight space we sealed away, shut down. But now, we have time. We have resources. We stabilized here. At least for the moment. Sol turns to you. Now is the time we make use of all this. What are you planning? What do you think happens next for the Eye, Sleeper? Sol sighs. The flux has already hit one part of the station. And from what I know, it'll hit again. On Hearth, we lost everything. There isn't much time, Sleeper. But there's enough time to do something. Think of the number of people we can fit on here. The farming stacks, the housing. Hell, we can plant some of those mushrooms you love so much. This is the way forward, the only way. We need to fill the ship with able bodies and head for the Starward Belt. I thought the Eye was your destination. It was, until the flux hit here. Now it's just another stop. I'm glad of the chance to resupply and salvage, but we need to go further out. I want you to help me. You know the Eye. You have connections, and you can work hard. I've seen it. Soul meets your eye. I know you are like me, Sleeper. You didn't choose service, but it shows you. There are other ways. If you know them, go ahead, but I'm telling you, this is the opportunity we have now. I know it's a lot to think about, Sleeper. Trust me, Soul begins to lead you back into the bay. But think of what we can do here. The flotilla can't last forever. We need more than just farmers to make this work. We need to build a new world for ourselves. I've heard that out there in the belt, there are people who've been setting up since the collapse, making something of their own. That's our future. tucked away in those rocks, far from all this soul size. I didn't bring my people here just to let them die somewhere new. Soul crosses back over the threshold of the bay and signals for the operator to close it up. The door groans, and Soul waits for it to stop. Think about it, Sleeper. Soul claps an arm on your back, but don't wait too long. This is happening soon. And he leaves you there, in the silence of this vast bay, your head spinning with the thought of leaving the eye. Oh shit, upgrade. Keep... Huh. Okay. And I still need 2 more of those data things. Maybe more shows up now that I finished this one, because I only saw 1, right? Let's cross the rim. That's just Yadigan shit, Havenage. There it is, the flux node. Get a 5. Alright, well, we can get that. We can absolutely get that, it's just... What do I do? Let me go to the mushroom groves. I'll collect some spores. Come on. Okay, I'll take the 1 spore. Gives me enough for the next round. Then we go back to the dorms and take a nap, I guess, right? Alright, what do we got here? Let's cross the rim. Here's the flux node. Put in this 4. Oh damn it, no, I need exact. Okay, well then we'll put in the 5. Bypass. 5 cryo. Extract the data. Alright, now we just need 1 more. Where's the last one? It's weird. Is it up here? Let's go on the Ascendica. I forgot I used to say that a lot. Ascendica. Yep, it's up here. Oh yeah. Bliss's Bay. Oh yeah, they give me money. They give me money. The Ascendica. Let's use the flux node. Oh, a 4. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, bypass. Extract that data. Yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm not a big fan of Soul right now. I mean, like... Oh. Is there like another... Look at that. Wait, hold on. So if I use Descendicar, and I go down... I didn't notice this, but... Wait, hold on. What if I go Ascendicar? Ascendicar. There is something, like, look at it, it's like a... Weird. Descendicar. But it's not like that down here. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're gonna go across again. And we will talk to Peak, right? So here is your data. Peak loads the data into their decoding. I'll be just a moment. Don't leave, Sleeper. You watch as Peak works on the flux data. The nodes unfolding like flowers now, giving to Peak's increasingly sophisticated decoding protocols. I'm hoping that she's able to figure out something with this data to help let the eye go unscathed, because I understand where Soul's coming from. Like, I mean, his people left their planet moon thing um, because of the issues with the flux, and then coming all the way here and finally finding like kind of like civilization out here, and then seeing the same signs again, like, oh, the flux is starting in like a smaller way here, but it's going to grow. He saw it grow in his home world, so of course he's looking for somewhere else to go. But it's kind of like they brought that issue with them here. So it seems like wherever they're going to go, the flux is going to follow. It's something that's going on. I don't know. I know it has something to do with that, like, hyperspace travel thing, but we have to figure out the source of the problem. That's what Soul... I mean, I understand Soul wants to get out of here, but I don't think... I think just running away from it it's only delaying the inevitable. And it also dooms everyone here. Sophisticated decoding protocols. Seeing data like this as an image on a screen is an almost unrecognizable representation to you. It is nothing like swimming among nodes and threads. Despite this, hold on. Despite this, Peak has proven themselves to be more than able to handle these complex data structures, even though this limited representational paradigm. It's so funny that, like, when it comes to like diving into like the data and stuff, like, since my character's a robot, like the way they interact with it, it's like another sense that humans don't have. Like, they don't just see like ones and zeros. They can actually like see everything about it. It's not just like data structures and blah blah blah, like boring. Like, we actually, when we use that icon to close our eyes, we see with a different way. We actually see the nodes. We see all of these things. It tells us way more. So it's impressive how good Peak is at this without being able to fully see. The bay door hisses, interrupting your flow of thoughts. You turn to see Ash entering. Ash. She looks up and meets your eye, but doesn't respond. She stalks into the bay, head down. She looks tired and not in a mood to talk. How's the weapon hunt? Peak asks, without turning from their screen. Slow. Unsuccessful. Tedious. She slams a bag down on a crate and hops up to sit on it. You still unpicking balls of yarn? With the sleeper's help, Peak smiles. They brought me some good stuff this cycle. Maybe they could help you find the weapons you were smuggling. It's clear that Esh doesn't appreciate Peak's tone. Still looking? Uh-huh, Esh replies. And whoever took them better be making the most of their rapidly shortening lifespan right now. Esh. Peak cuts in without looking away from the console. We talked about this. This is my mistake, Peak. I'll fix it how I want. Esh folds her arms. I know one of the factions of the flotilla has taken them. I just need to find out. Peak holds up a hand. Shh! They lean in towards the screen. Son of a... What? They hid it in the wave of... They hid it in the wave of the wave! Peak is whispering to themselves. It's alive. They lean back in their chair. Ash crosses over to look at the screen. Alive? Well, it's growing. It's processing. It's quietly working away in the dark. Look. You cross over to the screen and stand beside Ash. In it, you can see that Peak has all 4 nodes decoded, and the pattern of shadows from inside them sit on the screen like dark stains. Then you notice it. The movement. The thin threads cross from one stain to another. As you watch, you notice it. That the movement only ever happens in your peripheral vision, as if this thing, the shadow, knows it is being watched. Hold on. One second. Okay. Shit, sorry about that. Just had to answer a few things, but this is how the other flux nodes appeared. Peak rubs their eyes. They weren't fluxed by the wave. Oh, sorry. This is how the other flux nodes appeared. Peak rubs their eyes. They weren't fluxed by the wave. They were corrupted after the fact. This thing, the shadow that entered in the wake of the wave, it corrupted them. But it made the corruption look like the result of the flux. Yeah, because This flux has happened before, like because it's a byproduct of that hyperspace matter transport thing, but it had no issues before. Oh shit. Okay, I don't know when I did or didn't fucking press the start or pause button because I've been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and just shit like that happens. But let me just start from the top here. This is how the other flux nodes appeared. Peak rubbed their eyes. They weren't fluxed by the wave. They were corrupted after the fact. This thing, the shadow that entered in the wake of the wave, it corrupted them. But it made the corruption look like the result of the flux. It's a sleight of hand, Peak rubbed. And yeah, now I remember I did say that line before. So because we didn't know exactly what was going on, but we knew it wasn't the flux per se or the normal flux. The flux that's created from the transport, because that's like these moons are so used to that. They are near that like hyperspace material thing that the flux do have occurred in the past for them, but it didn't affect them like it is affecting them now. So I was thinking that maybe that like the flux had changed in a certain way, but it's not. There's something else. There's something that's using the flux, that's hiding in the flux, and making it seem like it's the flux because it causes such a big like area of effect. But it's the actual thing that's causing the issues is so small that it gets hidden from these waves. It's a sleight of hand. Peak runs a hand through their hair. The flux wave is so massive, so complex, that it opens up the systems to be attacked. As it reconfigures exposed systems, the shadow is broadcast in, implanted inside. The wave from the can channel, that's it, the can channel. It is a brute force way of hitting every system in Helion. Once the systems are vulnerable, Peak looks pale. Their eyes reflect the screens. The flux isn't what is attacking the systems. It is a siege weapon, a Trojan horse. And this thing takes over. Peak sits back in their chair. And it's already on the eye. Wait. Ash rubs their forehead. You're telling me there's a can channel in this system? Shit. Peak isn't listening. This is bad. We have to take this to someone. Peak looks desperately at you. They don't like Helen, but I also don't know if Soul is... We should probably tell Helen, but like then she'll probably be like, no, they need to... Maybe Helen? Is that wise, Ash cuts in? Heavenage haven't exactly made good decisions lately. They are the station administrators, Ash. Peak is desperate. They need to know. I mean, I'm sorry, but Soul, like, he's a farmer. I mean, there's not much that they can do. At least with if you go to Heavenage, the system administrator of the Eye, the team that's involved with the system administration for the Eye, they can at least know to look for this and try to do something. Even if we don't, even if Havenage isn't the best, it's better than nothing. The argument rages between them, and as you watch them shouting, you feel sick. After a while, they stop, running out of things to say. An unsettling silence descends on the bay. I need more time, Peak says quietly. I need to look at solutions, try to build a case, collate the evidence. We messed this up. They look down at their hands. Ash goes to speak, then thinks better of it. Not a word, Sleeper. Peak meets your eye. Don't tell anyone until they are ready. They sigh. With the tension among the refugees, Soul won't be ready to hear this, and Helen and Havenage are still mired in some kind of crisis. We tell Havenage they are likely to react badly, and even with the flotilla stabilized, Soul is not going to react well to this. Yeah, because he's just going to be like, I'm gonna bounce. I need time to build a case. Yeah, Soul has way too much on his plate, and he's literally about to dip. Fuck. You're too twisted up in this, Peak. Ash says quietly. This is not our place. We don't... Oh, stop, Ash. Peak slumps in their chair. Stop. You leave them like that, exhausted and troubled, and head back out into the Pilgrim Seed. When you close your eyes, you think of those shadows, the movement at the edge of your vision, something dark, growing in the station like a parasite. You feel sick. Your vision blurs. What comes next? You stop in a corridor and take a breath, putting a hand on a rumbling metal wall. For now, the eye keeps spinning. For now. Damn. I think that might be the end of the second part of the DLC. Compiling the data, so it's gonna take 2 days. Damn. I think I just do a 2 here. I don't really care about this. I have to use 3 points. Oh, no, I can't even get that. That's fine then. Then, damn. Can I just buy a Burgie? What else can I do? I guess I can just do this, right? Wait, it's safe to do this, right? Work assignment. Oh, cool. Well, shit. We'll give Peak and Ash some time. And then we'll figure out what to do with this fucking shadow that's hiding in the flux. But until then, well, we'll see you next time.